Hey guys, just taking a quick minute on this busy Sunday afternoon to check in with you for my final submission for the My Transformation Starts Today summer sprint. It's over today and I can't believe another 8 weeks has gone, and I can't believe it's almost October. It's crazy how quickly this year's gone. But I wanted to check in and just talk to you a little bit about how this challenge went for me. So I started this whole transformation in January. I've been on this journey for a long time now, almost 10 months. And it has been a lot of ups and downs, and each challenge has been a different learning experience for me. And I think that's part of the process, and I think it's that it's really great how that can happen, how something you start off on like a journey, you think it's going to be like a linear process, and it's just nothing like that. It's completely different every single time. So the first challenge, the first 8 weeks, I experienced a lot of success. I just learned a ton about, just counting macros and what my body needed, and how to fuel it to be successful in the gym, and what kind of gym activities I liked, and what kind of exercise routines I could get myself into. And it was a great learning experience, and I had a ton of success. I dropped over 20 pounds and, almost like 30 inches or something crazy like that. And I did really, really well, and I felt amazing. The second challenge was different for me. I started off feeling really great about it, and I really had high expectations of dropping another 20 pounds. But that didn't happen. The weight loss slowed down significantly, as it always does. But for me, that biggest challenge with that 8 weeks was just sticking with it, because I had been to that place before, and oftentimes when it slowed down, things got a little bit harder. You lose focus. The motivation isn't quite as emphasized, I guess. And I would always quit at that point, but I didn't quit this time, and that's what was a huge part of my transformation in the second challenge. I lost a few pounds, but I stayed consistent with my macros and in the gym, and I got stronger. I still felt great. While I didn't drop the big numbers, and I was a little disappointed by that, I was super, super proud of myself for just sticking to the program and not giving up. That was the second transformation challenge. That was a huge one for me. This third challenge that we just are wrapping up today, I sort of felt like was going to be back to ass-kicking mode for me. I was feeling really good after the second challenge. I feel like I'd adopted the lifestyle, and that it was really a part of who I was. I wasn't at all concerned about giving up on myself, because I knew I was going to see it through. I was feeling super motivated, and I was just ready to crush it. I thought, now's my chance to lose my, 15, 20 pounds, to really kick ass, to really stay committed to the process, and to make a go for winning this thing. I mean, that's always been the goal. I mean, obviously I want to transform myself, but winning is also something that I've always wanted to do as well. So I really looked at this challenge as being part of that process, wanting to really kind of kick it up a notch. And it started off that way. The first 4 weeks of this challenge were awesome. My coach Jeremy Mullins and I created a great plan for the 8 weeks, and I felt really solid about it. I was in a really great headspace, and I dropped 10 pounds the first 4 weeks, which is amazing. I was right on track for that another 20-pound weight loss. And then things started to go a little bit sideways for me personally. I mentioned in my last update that my husband works for Forest Service, and he's a wildland firefighter. So he was out west battling fires, which in the fall happens a lot with him. So he was gone, and we're really close and really tight, and we're a good team. So having him gone for that month was just a little stressful. I was single parenting. We have 2 small children, so having to single parent was difficult to get in all my workouts, knowing that I had to cart my kids around and get them to their activities, and when it's just me, it just makes it a lot harder. But I was prepared to overcome that. Then I got a new job, which was amazing. I'm super glad for the opportunity. I was a teacher before I had my kids. About 10 years ago is when we started having kids, and I took time off to be a stay-at-home mom. So this is I just got offered my first permanent job since having kids, so it's super exciting. But as you very well know, when you start something new like that, it's again, it's stress. There's just a lot more to do. You're adjusting your regular routine, and things get a little bit more complicated, and then you're just dealing with learning a new job, and it's a stressful situation. And while I'm super glad for the opportunity, it's at the same time another stressor. So I've got Pat gone, being single parent, new job. Okay, I can handle that. Everything's fine. Then my hip crapped out. So I know I've mentioned before, and I'll just to catch you up to speed. Last year, I thought I had just sustained an exercise-induced hip injury, like a torn labrum or something, but turns out that I actually had pretty bad case of arthritis due to hip dysplasia. So my right hip was really bad. I ended up having that replaced last October. This year has been awesome. I've been rehabbing that. I feel 100% recovered from that. But at the time, we knew my left hip was also dysplastic, but I was really hopeful that it would be a few years before I needed that one replaced. But just in the last month, it's gotten really bad. It happened really quickly. At first it was during my workouts or after my workouts, particularly anything I went kind of hard on, I would be in a lot of pain. And with the new job, I'm on my feet all day long and moving around all day. And now I'm in a lot of pain just on an everyday basis. So getting in workouts has been kind of difficult for me. I've had to switch gears from these high intensity CrossFit type workouts to swimming, pretty much. That's all I'm able to do. I do some lifting in the gym from a seated position, but for the most part, I have to keep it as low impact as possible, or else I'm in a lot of pain. So that was super frustrating for me, and I ended up getting into this pretty ugly headspace a couple weeks ago. It just all kind of compounded. The stress of the new job, the stress of the single parenting, and then the stress of the chronic pain, and then just knowing that I'm not going to be able to reach my goals was just a bummer to me. And it's not the first time this has happened, and where I get into this funk, and the negative self-talk really kind of takes over, and I get into kind of a gross negative headspace. It happened, and I can't deny it. It got, it was really bad for about a week, where I ate what I wanted. I didn't work out at all. I was pretty ugly to my kids and to my husband and my friends and my family. I get really down, and it happens. But in the past, I've always allowed that to happen for 2-3 months at a time. Where this one, it was about a week before I was like, what the hell are you doing? This sucks. This is not where you want to be. This is not who you are anymore. Get yourself up, brush yourself off, and get back to it. And so I did. I realized that wallowing in my own self-pity does nothing for me. It doesn't help me move forward. It doesn't help me feel better. It actually only makes me feel worse. The only thing that's made me feel better is continuing to take care of myself, whether that's by moving my body and keeping myself as strong as possible, feeding myself correctly to make me feel good. And it's just amazing what those things do to your mental state. I just feel better about everything. I've said this in just about every video I've made. Life is just brighter when I'm taking care of myself. So I was able to get myself back on my feet again, back into the gym, back on my macro plan. I'm back. But I did a little bit of damage that week I was off, and it was a little bit harder to get back on track that second week. It took me a few days to get myself back on track, but I ended up gaining a little bit of weight back, but I'm in a good headspace now. So I'd lost 8 pounds this cycle total from the beginning to the end, which I'm really proud of. I'm in a weight now where I haven't been in a long time, and I went shopping a couple weeks ago for my new job, and it was actually really fun. I found lots of great things that I thought looked really great on me, and that hadn't happened in a long time. So that was a huge win for me. But at the end of the day, it's October. I still have 3 more months left in this year, and I had set out, I have goals that I'm still working towards. I got that trying to get an unassisted pull-up by the end of the year. I'm still working on that. I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely working on it. It's going to be a little bit trickier, but I can I can work on it. And then I want to lose 50 pounds. So I'm at about 33. I bounce between about 33 and 35 pounds down for the year. And so I'm there, 15 pounds in 3 months. I can do that. I just need to, keep myself focused, and it's go time. This challenge didn't end the way I wanted it to. I really, really wanted to be a contender, and there's been some amazing transformations in the group, and it's been so fun to watch. It wasn't mine, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna move on, because the biggest transformation is the fact that I'm able to get myself in a better place and keep myself there. I'm really looking forward to the next one, of course, because I feel like, this is the last push, is the end of the year. So I'm super pumped about that. But I'm not stopping. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up on myself. And I have to say that during my dark week, I did put my blinders on. I didn't get on Facebook. I didn't get on Instagram. I wasn't watching those people there at First Phorm and in our community that really inspire me. And I couldn't look at them and know that other people were kicking ass. Well, I felt like I couldn't. So I did. I put my blinders on. But as soon as I was ready to get my head out from buried under the sand, that's where I went first, was our First Phorm community. And it just totally helped me refocus and realize again why I started this journey and why I have to finish it. So I appreciate the fact that the community is out there, and I know that it's something that I can lean on in times of need to help motivate and inspire me, and just to remind me what living my best life really is all about. So yay, end of another challenge. I hope everyone there at First Phorm is doing great, and I'm looking forward to hitting up this next one with you all as soon as possible. Thanks so much for listening to me ramble and tell a little bit more about my story. I appreciate it, and we'll see y'all soon. Bye.